You've spent months, maybe even longer, mastering the technical side of AI agents. You totally understand the logic, right? You're building these absolutely incredible tools. But here's the massive roadblock we need to talk about today. Why are you sitting there with these elite technical skills, yet your pipeline is completely empty and you're struggling to land high-paying clients?
I mean, are you pouring your heart into proposals on freelance platforms, applying to like 50+ jobs, only to hear absolute crickets? It's frustrating. You're walking into this incredibly crowded arena and just kind of blending into the background. But what if I told you the problem actually isn't your technical skill at all? What if it's your positioning?
To solve this exact problem, we're diving into a masterclass explainer produced by Wakash Ahmed Shah. He's an educator and an AI agents and automation builder for educators, traders, and startups based in Karachi, Pakistan. This explainer distills his proven framework to take you from a frustrated builder to a highly paid business owner.
Now think about it like this. When you act as a generalist, building a chatbot for a dentist on Monday and a real estate agent on Tuesday, you inevitably get stuck with low pay and super high competition. It's exhausting. But when you flip the script and become a niche expert, say you strictly build customer support agents for restaurants, you instantly unlock premium pricing. Closing deals becomes so much easier, mainly because about 80% of your project requirements end up being exactly the same every single time.
So let's jump right into Section 1. Define your perfect client, the ICP.
An ideal customer profile, or ICP, is literally your escape hatch from the freelance price war trap. You absolutely must build a specific persona. Don't just cast a wide net and say you target business owners. We need to get granular here. Target a specific industry, like SaaS. Pinpoint a monthly revenue, say $10,000 to $40,000. Look for a team size of 10 to 15 people. And most importantly, identify a core pain point, like they're missing out on valuable leads, and target a specific location, like the US or UK. When you lock in these exact data points, your pitch becomes incredibly precise.
Moving on to Section 2, Hacking Freelance Platforms.
Now, platforms like Upwork and Fiverr are absolute goldmines if you use the right playbook. Here is the exact strategy. Step 1. You want to find jobs using highly targeted keywords. Avoid generic terms completely. Step 2. And this is a real game changer, build a 50% working mini demo of exactly what the client is asking for in the job post. Then, Step 3, send them a highly personalized video pitch showing them your demo in action. You see, you aren't just making empty promises anymore. You're actually proving your results up front.
So why go through all that extra effort to build a free demo? Well, because of this number, 90. When you send a rough working demo of the requested agent, your success rate absolutely skyrockets to around 90%. Think about the client's perspective for a second. They're scrolling through dozens of boring, copy-pasted proposals every single day. When they suddenly see a custom video of their actual problem being solved in real time, the competition literally just disappears. You instantly shift from being a risky hire to a guaranteed solution.
Which brings us to Section 3, the LinkedIn lead machine.
LinkedIn is absolutely packed with actual decision makers. So here's how we bypass the gatekeepers completely. First, search for your exact niche and location. Second, filter your search specifically for founders or heads of marketing. Third, send a super casual, non-salesy connection note, and seriously, never pitch in your very first message. That is a huge turnoff. Fourth, just take a little time to engage with their content and build some genuine rapport before you ever bring up your services.
And here is where the math gets really fun. It's the math of consistency. Sending out 100 outreaches a day equals 3,000 outreaches a month. Now make sure you follow up 6 to 7 times, because honestly, most deals close late in the game. But with 3,000 highly targeted leads and a solid follow-up system, it is mathematically impossible to fail. However, a pipeline full of leads is totally worthless if you don't know how to close them on a call.
Let's look at Section 4, Irresistible Offers and FOMO.
Here is a tough truth. Clients do not actually want to buy AI agents. What they buy are risk-free offers that guarantee them results. So you need to create an irresistible bundle. Bundle your AI agent implementation with, say, 3 months of free maintenance and a rock-solid money-back guarantee. What you're doing is achieving total risk reversal. When a client truly feels like they have absolutely nothing to lose, your closing rate is going to go right through the roof.
You also want to leverage FOMO, the fear of missing out. But we use it as a psychological sales tactic by demonstrating the exact revenue a client is currently bleeding out by not using your solution. It completely flips the script. Instead of asking them to spend money with you, you're exposing how much capital they are actively throwing in the trash every single day. Let me bring this to life for you. $36,000. Imagine a restaurant owner is missing just 5 leads a day. If that costs them $3,000 a month, that translates to $36,000 a year in lost revenue. When you put that kind of massive financial loss right in front of their face, your one-time setup fee suddenly looks like pennies. It just becomes a total no-brainer investment for them to plug this massive leak in their business.
Throughout this whole process, keep this quote in mind. Act as a guide, not a salesman. If you act desperate to close the deal, clients are going to pull away instinctively. Instead, position yourself as a trusted consultant who is simply revealing the hidden holes in their current process and offering a sleek, tech-driven solution. When you do that, their objections will naturally just fade away.
To sum that up, selling an agent is feature-focused. It's talking about API calls and webhooks, which is easily ignored and viewed as an annoying expense. But selling a solution, that's revenue-focused. It prevents massive financial loss and is viewed as a high-return investment. You need to stop taking orders and start solving million-dollar problems.
Finally, Section 5, the Master Action Plan.
Look, if you're starting from scratch and have absolutely zero paying clients, here is the ultimate hack for building a high-value portfolio today. Build a free agent for a big, well-known brand. Seriously, build a custom demo for a local branch of KFC, for example, and offer it to them completely for free. Why on earth would you do that? Because the very next time you pitch a mid-sized paying restaurant, you can honestly look them in the eye and say, yeah, I've built automation systems for brands like KFC. Boom. You gain instant credibility by association. It costs you nothing but a few hours of your time, but it elevates your perceived brand value literally overnight. So you've already got the technical skills, and now you have the exact blueprint for client acquisition mastery. The only question left is, are you ready to stop taking orders and start solving million-dollar problems? Check the description below for some more advanced strategies, and let's start building that highly profitable pipeline today.